Hi, happy Sunday, Monday, whatever it is, whatever the day, whatever the time. You're looking at me. One, I want to start out with an apology. I really didn't like the teaser number three, the last one that I taped. I don't know. I was having technical issues, stressed out. But one thing I say is you're not always going to get it right. Okay? None of us are perfect. There are no perfect answers. Even if I work with you, there are no magic pills. What you need to do is just laugh, which I do a lot of that. Pick yourself up off the floor and start again. So, this is teaser number three, starting again. I was talking about microaggressions and what to think. And that's what I've been talking about the last two episodes, what they are and what to think about it. About the person provoking the situation and about you if you're the one being provoked or if you're the one provoking. And some of you are still thinking, what's the big deal? Well, I want to go back in a little more depth in this last teaser. What I really want to get to is to touch on the repercussions, the so what, brought about by the questions I asked you, the last two questions I asked you in the beginning. The guy runs up to you and says, there must be some mistake. The two questions are after what do you think or what do you do and what do you say? There are definite repercussions to each of those and for both parties, but there aren't any, this is not one of those good people on both sides scenarios at all because there is an unequal balance between the person that provokes and the person being provoked. The person that provokes and is being aggressive feels they are more powerful and often error. So, what can you do or say if you feel powerless? So, I'll talk about that. And one thing I work on is having you not feel powerless. But anyway, let's talk about the three potential responses to microaggression. Okay. Um, I mentioned Mama Said to Knock You Out. It's one of my favorite songs as a kid. And I grew up as a baby boomer in New York City, and maybe some of you others did as well. And I can tell you, if you came home as a kid and complained to your parents that so and so insulted you, if you were black, Italian, Polish, Greek, or any of the other people that I grew up with, your mom or dad would just say, go back tomorrow and beat them up. Mama said to knock you out. That was a very common method of thinking. Okay. And you would do it. One, maybe you would beat up the other person. Two, maybe you would get beat up, but at least you showed that you had courage to come back. So that's the way it was. We're in a very different world now, right? Still, there's unequal balance, unequal power, but that doesn't work much anymore because of the repercussions. What are the repercussions of you coming back and punching somebody out, theoretically? Well, since the power is unbalanced, that means you're going to get embarrassed. You're going to get kicked out. You're going to get labeled as the angry black woman. Okay, I get that. Or you may actually get fired. Okay, you may actually get beat by a policeman. There are a lot of repercussions to that approach, but we'll put that on the shelf. That's reaction number one. What you say and you do. Okay, what's the second example? The second example is that one, you're shocked, one, you're embarrassed, which is natural, and you sort of shrink away. You start to think that, well, maybe I shouldn't be sitting in the front of the room. Maybe I didn't really get that right. I thought I had it, but maybe I didn't. Where you internalize what they're saying, take it upon yourself, and believe it. That's a problem. But that's a reaction. And the response would be to say something silly like, I'm sorry, when it wasn't your fault. Apologizing when it's not your fault is a reaction. Or just turning and walking away. Okay. What are the repercussions of that? One, the person in power didn't learn anything from that. He thought you were worthless, and you proved you were worthless by walking away. Two, that may be for you very serious issues, health issues. If it's grinding you, if it happens all the day, if it happens to you all the time at work, grind, 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 and it affects your mental health, it affects your physical health, and therefore can affect your performance, which affects your career, et cetera, et cetera. So there are a lot of repercussions to something that seems sort of simple and a throwaway type of encounter. What's the third way to approach it? And that's what I give you the methodology, the confidence, and whatever to be able to do. As you respond in certain ways, you can say certain things. First of all, you have to think a certain way. We go through that. Once you have that thought process in mind and it sticks in your mind all the time, forever, no matter what they encounter, and then you know what to say. We go through exactly the types of responses that you can give that are forceful but not inflammatory. And finally, what you do. What you do to me is stand your ground. Okay. But we'll get into more talk about that when you sign up, hopefully, for one of my masterminds or one of my courses. So, with that, I want you to take a look at the post. Send it has in there, it has how you get a hold of me, my email is in there. I will today, which I didn't the other day, put my calendar number in there. Today, and this is I'm talking to you on Sunday, is a very good day to try to get a hold of me. But if not, just go ahead and pick one of those slots very soon because I'm going to be launching this webinar, this mastermind pretty soon. But before that, I want to give you a free part of my time. I'm going to give you a free half-hour talk with me. I would usually charge $175 for that. I screwed up here and my teasers. Wasn't too happy with all my teasers here. But I will give you a free half hour of my time to talk about your particular issue. Because what I want to say, and what I said earlier, there's no magic pill. There's no, this is the right way, this is the wrong way. Every person's individual situation is going to be different, definitely different. How the person talks to you, why they talk to you that way, how you react to that, it's all going to be varied. You just need to know what approaches to take, which route to take at the right time. So, with that, again, apologize for teaser number three, but I hope you got to sit through this one, stay through this one, and think about what it would be like to have a strategy to deal with these microaggressions. And we might talk about some different words we can use for that because that affects your mindset as well. So you will walk away from our call with just some ideas, and you'll know whether or not there is a good solution for you. But just think how your day could be happier, how your career could be more progressive, how your life could be better if you understand and can handle the potential insults that come to you in your life, day to day, month to month, or sometimes year to year. Hope to talk to you soon.